Hey, can you hear me now? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Shoot me a one if you can hear me.
That should be.
All right, cool. We appreciate that. I didn't know because somebody didn't check the settings like I saw this.
Hey, look.
Y'all, it's been one technical difficulty after the other today. I'm telling you. All right, so y'all can see us, y'all can hear us. We good? Okay,
I'm
okay.
over here talking, and you ain't even fix the
That
settings.
ain't got nothing to do with me. You was doing the settings. I asked you that. See those? But you want you yeah, okay.
Hey, she been tripping all day. Y'all see her name on the screen, right? She been tripping.
Okay, look, let's go ahead and explain that. First of all, thank you guys once again for joining us. If you couldn't hear us before, for the third time, right? The first time we thought we would talk to you guys on live, and the live hadn't even started. We just talked to ourselves for the first 60 seconds, and then we hop into live, still talking for what? This has been like 8 minutes, and we haven't said nothing to y'all at all. Oh my goodness.
So we just talking to ourselves again.
Boy, I tell you,
we sitting here looking like ducks.
But now, hey, my name is like this because look, okay, first of all, let's clear the air. I was doing some country stuff, all right. He was right there with me. I had to take my ring off to do some country stuff in the house. You know, some deep cleaning. My ladies, we from the country, you know how it is, right? Yeah. On this good old day, we're gonna be cleaning up a lot of stuff. So I took my ring off so I could clean up. And apparently he decided to steal it in the meantime.
No, I did.
Yes, you did.
I just steal the ring.
And brought it to me and told me I'm on punishment. So this is the result of my punishment.
So you know what happened? So I had to go out to the trash can, and I noticed she left a ring on the table. Now we was done cleaning up about 30 minutes.
You was done cleaning. Listen, I was still cleaning.
I'm telling this story. So we were done cleaning up about what, an hour, maybe 30 minutes, right? And I noticed her ring is on the table. So I'm like, okay. So she forgot the ring.
I'm so tired of y'all this.
Yeah, like, no, got the ring. About it. You could so I did. I brought it and I set it there. So I wanted you to see it that you forgot. So I went down to the kitchen. And I had a cookie, and I ain't bring her a cookie because she on punishment because she forgot that ring, right?
So, man, look, okay. So that's why I forget her ring because I didn't go back downstairs in time. I was still cleaning up and trying to fix stuff from what we had done earlier. But anyway. So, like I said earlier, I'm glad that you guys are here with us. We want to hop on this live because we hadn't done one since we got married. We got married last December.
Right. And so we had a lot going on since then and stuff like that. But we were still working for you guys. Yeah. I know I haven't put out anything in our group in my MBSC Bossa Grown thing. Have I?
Yes, you have.
Oh well,
we've been doing stuff individually, but
yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So we just want to get it back going. We here. A lot of y'all been asking like what's going on, stuff like that. We haven't seen y'all in a while. We just trying to get our life together as a married couple. Now we finally married. Where your ring at?
Mine here, but see, you just flashed yours and then they ain't even see it.
Oh, they don't worry about it. But yeah. But other than that, guys, we glad to be here. Listen, we hope you guys had a good day today. You know, I know in some areas the weather was pretty bad and stuff like that. But guess what? Today is the day the Lord has made, and we woke up. So that will make it better. All right. And so guess what? We're here.
Yeah, exactly, you guys. And one thing about it, like we're learning on this journey, is that things are gonna happen. Like, you know, and it's gonna be hiccups, it's gonna be changes that you have to make in order to make things better. But change isn't always bad, right? And that's one thing we've learned on this process is like, you know, it's been a mindset shift, it's been a shift in the way we do things, and it's all been for the better to help us to grow individually and collectively, all right? But one thing we've noticed that hadn't really been growing during the season is these tax refunds, right? Yeah. We do taxes, as most of you guys may or may not know, but we do taxes. And what we've noticed is everyone's refund is significantly smaller this year, right? Like, and it kind of sucks because it's like, okay, everybody was getting back X amount of dollars last year before, but now it's like very small. Like I'm talking about even people with children, like very small refunds. And a lot of that's attributed to because we're not getting the same COVID credits, we're not getting the same amount in the credits that we used to get, and not as many things that we can write off within our taxes. So now we're in a position where we're getting these smaller refunds, and also too because we have so much that we write off and so many dependents that we have on, or not dependents, that's not the word I'm looking for, but so many deductions that we are taking that we end up in a situation where our refund end up super small or almost non-existent, right?
Right.
And with all of this going on with this inflation, I think I posted about that a few days ago. Like stuff is really expensive now. Like not getting back a sizable refund or the refund we think we should get has really taken an impact on a lot of
Right.
people. Honestly,
Right. And guys, if you want a decent refund, like make sure throughout the year that you have a lot of amount of a lot of taxes taken out throughout the year. A lot of us have like 10 dependents that we put on our W-4 form, and we also exempt throughout the year, and we expect to get something by the end of the year. That's not how that works. So let's explain how the taxes work. So reason why there's a refund in place because you get what's called like an overpayment. That means the taxes that you put into and then what you paid over, right? So that's what you paid over. You get that at the end of the beginning of the year on your tax refund, and that's including with dependents. Like with small businesses, one thing we got to stop doing is we got to stop cheating the system so we don't have to pay taxes. We got to get out of that. All right.
yeah,
This is 2023. We got to change our mindset. We got to be different. Okay. Like a lot, and this is what I see. A lot of people, small businesses, let's say you made $100,000 a year and you wrote off $90,000. That means you just told the IRS that whole year you only produced $10,000, right? But think about it. Okay, yes, you probably pay back less in taxes, but what if you want to rely on your income to buy a car, or what if you want to rely on that income to buy a house or some type of do certain type of investments, right? So the lenders they looking at that. So if your only source of income is your business, and you put in and you submit your W-2 form, because they're gonna ask for it. They gonna ask for it. It's not like how it was back in the day where you want to get a car or something, then you just submit your check stubs. No, the banks got hip to that. People make fake check stubs every day. They want to see your W-2 form, right? And you submit your W-2, and it's showing that you only produced $10,000, and you took a loss, $90,000 loss. They're not gonna approve you for no house because they're gonna look at it like, well, your business is failing and you can't afford it. Okay,
right,
or they're not gonna approve you for that car because it's the same thing. And one thing about it, the lenders they want their money back as well.
yeah,
So, and I get it. And what you guys fail to realize, okay, let's just say if you showed that you had to pay taxes for $1 million business, or the bank could give you all kind of money. So we have to be smart with that, and that's some of the issues that we see where people write out too much so they can pay back little. Okay,
right.
but we got to be smart.
Right, and you got to plan accordingly. Like you got
Right,
to plan effectively because, like Sean said, that's very key, right? If you have it to where you know that you want to get a home that next year, right? You don't want to have it to the point where you're not bringing in or showing that you're bringing in any income because, like Sean said, the lenders can't approve that. Because if you got a mortgage, car note, you got food, you got gas, all of those factors play into your debt that you have to pay out of your income, then they're not going to approve it because they're like, you cannot pay this mortgage with all that
right,
you have in your with your overhead. If you're telling me you make $10,000 a year, there's no way possible I can approve you for a $400,000, $500,000 home, a $200,000 home. It just cannot happen. Again, going back to the math, not math, it just won't work.
right,
So that's why it's very key right now, like during this first quarter, to go ahead and plan for what you want to do in the coming year. And especially as a business owner as well, you have to do that. If you know it's certain types of funding that you're going after next year, certain types of loans that you're looking at, you got to make sure that your taxes are in order and that it makes sense. Because
right,
again, it's the same play, right? You go to the bank, you put down your information, they look at your W-2, they look at what you're bringing in, they look at your gross income, they look at what you're paying out, and then if it's not adding up to what you're requesting on that payment being paid as well, and it's not making it so it's not so taxing on you for you to pay that loan back, then they will or will not approve you. If they see where it's not taxing, then they'll approve you. If they see
right,
where it's like too much on you, they're not going to approve you for that. And
right,
that's one thing we're seeing is like, individuals getting upset because they're not getting funded or they're not being able to get, into their home and things of that nature. And we look at their taxes with them and we're like, hey, like it's not adding up. The lender can't approve this. It just
right.
doesn't make sense.
And a person that's legit, they're not gonna do nothing illegal.
Right.
Like whether you like it or not, they're gonna stick by the books. But a person that's legit, they're going to help you and
Right.
they're gonna guide you with the right tools and resources, and they're gonna tell you like, hey, this
Exactly.
is some of the things that we need to do. Let's work on this. Yeah, it's a process, but you might not be able to get this, that, and other today or this year, but let's work on this. And then we develop some type of history. And then boom, go. Then maybe next year when we refile again, then we straighten everything back out.
Right,
Um,
exactly. So you have to plan. That's why we call it tax planning, because you got to plan accordingly for what you want. And all that stems back to, what are your goals? A lot of times we say, oh, we want, we want the, not even the end result, but we want the shiny object, right? Oh, I want the house. Oh, I want the new car. But we don't plan to get there, right? It takes a plan to be able to obtain those things and get to the next level after that. Because what are you going to do after you get that car?
right.
Because you got to do something now a little, even more frequently, whether it's working, more sales, because you got to be able to now cover that bill as well and make sure that you can sustain still with the current bills that you have. And it's the same thing in a business. People pitching, get business credit, get business loans. You have to pay that back, guys. Like, please understand that you have to pay that back.
Right.
So if you have to pay that back, that means that you need to understand and plan accordingly before you even get it. Before we move, we planned to get here. What would happen if this happened? What would happen if that happened? And the reason we did that was because if we didn't and something did come up or occur, we weren't prepared for it, right? And nobody wants to lose their home. So we had to plan accordingly. It's the same thing with any type of funding. If you're going to get funding, whether it's on the personal or the business side, plan your exit. Because if you don't, the interest will take you over. I'm telling you, plan your exit. How long will it take you to pay this loan off? How long will it take you to pay the credit card balance down? Okay, well, if you know how long it's going to take, then how much more work and effort do you have to put in to get that done? What are
Yeah.
you going to use the money for?
Yeah.
Hello? Like, we get money and don't even know what we're going to
Yeah.
use it for.
One thing that I see that we got to stop doing, we got to stop getting caught up on these so-called influencers because we
Yeah.
see them coming out of jets and pulling out of Lambos and I'm not knocking, not hating on it, but it's like we follow them because we see what they got going on the
Yeah.
outside. But instead of us doing our due diligence and see what they're really talking about, right?
Right.
And like I get it, their job is to be an influencer, and you see something that you like, so you want to go for it. So
Mhm.
then you go sign up for their services because of you saw them take a picture of them in Dubai. They probably at their house and they got a little cheap background or whatever. So I'm at Dubai, whatever. But we fall for that, and then so we want to live that lifestyle that they living or that we think they living, and then next thing you know, like we get caught up in their foolishness, and now we being scammed,
Yeah.
right? Everything is a process, like what Keisha said earlier, about business credit. Like I see all these videos about you get this account and do this vendor account and stuff like that, tier ones and tier twos. Now let me tell you something about business. Like there's no such thing as tiers. It ain't. It ain't no such thing. No tier one. No such thing as no tier two. It's like it's all net 30. If it now you to start your business account, like you just sign up for what's called like net 30 accounts, and then later on down the line, then you can sign up for like secure credit cards. Or if your personal credit is already good, because when in order to get funded for your business, your personal credit has to be good. Like a lot of people say, well, I want business credit, but you forget about personal. No, you got the PG the loan. Reason why you got the PG the loan because the banks want to make sure you come to them asking for a $500,000 loan. Like, okay, well, I'm pulling up your credit report on a personal side, and you struggling with a credit card that's $1,000 limit.
Yeah. That's
That
that's
don't
real.
make sense.
Yeah.
So don't let nobody tell you that you don't need your personal credit fix to get business credit.
Yeah.
That's incorrect. Get your personal credit fix first, no matter what you want to do. Real estate, investing, business credit, whatever. You always want to have your personal credit first. And no, don't get no CPNs. Those are illegal. I'm gonna say it again. Those are illegal. CPN stand for credit profile number or credit privacy number, a secondary something number. All right. Any 9-digit number that you place on a bank application other than your social security number or your EIN is illegal. All right. So if you're caught, right, you'll get hit with fraud. You get hit with bank fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, and attempt to commit fraud. All right. No CPNs. Do everything the right way. And the reason why I brought that up because I'm on social media, I see it. There's a whole page of like get your CPN, do this, that, and the other. Why would you want to do that instead of getting your credit fixed? I get it. Sometimes dealing with credit, it takes time. Sometimes you might have to pay some of them creditors off. Nothing wrong with that. But I'd rather pay my creditors off and then to get a fake 9-digit number and end up going to prison. And you know, because a lot of time when we get these so-called CPNs, we're not going to do right by them. We're going to try to get all these credit cards, and the banks got it. They upgraded their system now, so they know if it's a CPN or not. So you're gonna automatically get denied. So
Exactly.
be careful, right? So don't let nobody fool you to get stuff like that because, like I said, they took a picture in front of a Bentley.
Right,
No, don't
exactly.
fall for that.
Yeah, stop falling for what we see on social media. We tell our kids that all the time, but it's so true. Like we're so easily influenced by what we feel like is the end result, which is the new car and the new house and the yacht parties and the new businesses and all of that. And we just so famous and we're liked by everybody. That's what so many of us see, on social media, but that's not the real
Right.
deal at all. Like
Right.
I'm telling you, that's not the real deal. Like Sean said, a lot of times we come into situations where we see them and we like, okay, I want to be this person because they got that. It's a process to everything,
Yeah.
and nothing good comes quickly. Period. You know what I mean? Like nothing good comes quickly. Like it's gonna be a process. It's gonna take some time, and in that process, you're gonna grow and you're gonna learn. Your mindset is gonna shift, and you're gonna become what you need to become to obtain the things that you want, right? Because not a need is what you want. You don't
Right.
need a Bentley, you want one. You don't need a 16 bedroom house, you want one, right? But and it's okay to want more, but we got to get in the mind frame of okay, I want it. What's the process to get it?
Yeah.
Stop placing end all, or material things in front of us as the end all. That's not the end all. Even money. Having money is not the end all. That's the vehicle to get to your next spot, right?
Right.
That's a vehicle to take you there, right? It's not the end all. It's not, oh, I got this in the bank. I'm good. No, because it can crash. We've seen this week banks crashing all over the place. If your money is not insured, or if it's insured only to a certain amount, you have potentially lost your money that you put in the bank, that you worked so hard for and put in the bank, right? And that's why I say it's used as a vehicle to get to where you're trying to get to. Buying that real estate, doing the investments, making sure you put your money in something that is going to grow securely, right? That's what you want to do, and that's one thing we're passionate about, and we're passionate about doing things the right way because we've seen people crash and burn
Right.
by not doing it the right way.
Right.
You could lose everything just by wanting it quick. I mean,
Right.
it's just like, okay, our cooks out here, I'm a cook. I like to cook. I don't like fast food, right? Because they work so fast, sometimes they can mess my food up. But when I take my time in the kitchen and it got to slow cook for about 4 to 6 hours, put that meal together, that's a good meal.
Yep.
I'm able to eat. And it's
Results.
right, you got a little bigger.
Results.
But I'm telling you, like it's a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? The meal is better because it took some time. It went quick, fast, and in a hurry. They took some time to get that together. So, and that's why I tell people all the time, it's all about the process at the end of the day. Whether you're building a business, whether you are trying to enhance your personal life, whether you're just trying to get your own stuff together. Like it's all a process. You're not gonna do it overnight. A baby doesn't come out walking. It takes
Right.
time.
And we got to stop trying to live somebody else's dream.
Woo.
What's for you is for you.
That's tight there.
So if if it took somebody else three months to get to where they need to be, that's fine. It might take you 2 or 3 years, but throughout the process, you're gonna have some setbacks.
Yeah.
Anybody that's in business said they ain't never had no setback,
It's a lie.
they lying to you. All right. So they gonna have some setbacks. You're gonna have some setbacks. You're gonna fall down, but you get back up.
That's right.
All right. This might work for you. That might not work for you. All right.
Right.
But you can't give up. You got to go for it. It's a process. What they say, it was a marathon.
It's a marathon, baby. It's a marathon. Always has
Right.
been. Always will.
So
be.
if you don't get to your goal, at the time that you want to get to it, don't be discouraged because it may not meant for you to get there at that point, right? So we still got like a lot of mind. You still got to train your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So lately I've been hearing a lot of stuff about mindset. You got to change your mindset. You can't start the new year with old habits.
Yeah.
That's just like you want your credit fixed. Okay, we can fix your credit all day, every day. But if you still got that old mentality, like when we fix your credit, or if you get your credit fixed, You want to go back and call yourself stun on people, buy you a nice car,
Yeah.
go, get back in all this debt and stuff like that. Then you set yourself back. So you got to change, right?
Right.
Like I said, we are in a recession, whether you want to hear it or not.
Right.
Interest rate going up. Don't nobody knowing it going down. Everybody like, well, I think it's gonna go down in the spring. I think it's gonna go down in December. I think it's gonna go down next year. Don't nobody know, right?
Yeah.
But we got to continue living life.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
So until the interest rate go down, we gotta do what we got to do.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not finna say don't buy no house because the interest. No, don't do that. If you want to buy a house, go for it.
Exactly. If you can afford it, do it.
Go for it. And then later on down the line, maybe you have to refinance if the interest rate go down. So be it. But go for it. Stop listening to everybody. Oh, I'm waiting when this go down. Yeah. And their situation probably different than yours too. Yeah, keep waiting.
Exactly.
Right? So you got to take a step because, like I say, you never know what's for you on the other end of that road, right? But you got to go for it. But like I said, it's not an overnight fix.
Right.
That's our problem. We want everything to happen quick, just like that.
Microwave.
Right. So Leah, what she called it, microwave results. You warm it up, boom. In 3 minutes you got it. No, don't do that. We got, think about it. When the baby is born, it take 9 months, right? Not 9 hours, 9 months. It's a process. You got to cook in the oven, right?
We're not gonna do this.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, we've been silly all day. But anyway, but stay focused. Like,
Well,
don't
you lost that train real quick,
I
D.
know, right? Just stay focused.
What he was saying was the train derailed so fast. Oh my goodness. But I got you, babe. Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah,
What I'm saying and what he's saying is very true. It's gonna take a process, guys. We can't keep expecting microwave mentality because guess what? Sometimes when you want stuff up in the microwave, you get down to it, the surface might be hot, boy. It's jumping. You like, yeah, it's good. Get to the middle and it's frozen. Yeah. That's how a lot of people are living nowadays, right? On the surface, social media, man, oh man, it look like they just on fire. And then you get to the middle and the core and it's frozen, right? Yeah. And a lot of that is because they own these microwave results. They're not taking their time to do what they need to do to make sure that they're good, their business is good, their livelihood is good, so that they can excel to the next level. It's like microwave, okay, the surface is hot, it's jumping, let me jump to the next thing. The surface is hot, it's jumping, let me jump to the next thing. Like, no, put your stuff in place, and don't be afraid, to do things the right way, and don't be afraid to step out, period. Because like Sean said, just because somebody else did it one way doesn't mean that it's going to go the same for you. And that goes with family and friends. Sometimes you just got to step out on faith and do what you need to do. And it's not going to always make sense to the people around you. But I'm telling you, you'll be placed where you need to be if you just take that time and take your steps that you need to take. So yeah,
And listen, guys, I had to go through that too.
Yeah, we all did.
I got frustrated. Once upon a time, every time I looked on Facebook, I seen them doing this and doing that, and I felt like, well, I can be doing that too. Not saying that I couldn't, but really, and I got frustrated when I didn't meet that goal. But come to find out, when I focus on what God really had for me, and I start following that purpose, right? So, and then I set another goal that I was able to reach. I said, okay, cool. Now it came to me. Now, yeah, that's the path I want to be in, but no, God had something else for me. So, right. Now I don't know jet yet, but hey, I ain't complaining either. But I got something else. Hey, listen, guys. So
I was that. You know what? Yeah. I am your jet. Come and just thrust you right on to where you need to be.
So, guys, even with relationship, it takes some time.
It does.
Our relationship took time.
It did.
And like I said, it took 7 years. Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah, but like I said, we still in there. And like I said, you're gonna have ups and downs and stuff like that, and there's gonna be days where you just gonna say bumpy, you're gonna want to give up, but don't do it. Right. We're here for you. Just keep pushing and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing. And of course, it ain't gonna be easy and stuff like that. But now we have fun a lot. We do a lot. And the thing about it, and a lot of people ask us, how do we do it? We both we own 7, 8 businesses. There's a lot of them. Then how are we able to balance, that and personal time and be able to go on trips and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know what else I give them? Huh. She set that schedule. Listen,
I have
I ain't
to.
good at planning. I just go do
But
it, you
that and
know.
that's my
And so
thing. And
she
that's
good at planning, so I
yeah.
let her plan. And then sometimes she have to tell me, "Babe, we finna do this." I don't even argue. Okay.
And it's just because like you have to realize I'm glad you said that because
Yeah.
that's true. Link up with people that don't have the same strength as you, right? They have something else to bring to the table. I mean, you don't go to no cookout and somebody tell you to bring plates, and then somebody else bring plates, and then somebody else bring plates. Ain't nobody eating,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody brought plates. There's no food, right? So you want to make sure you tap in with people that have different strengths and different skill sets from yourself, and make your own community, and go ahead and build the things that you know in life are needed and that you can build, right?
Yeah.
Step out on faith,
Yeah.
get rid of the fear, and that's so true. You got to retrain your mindset. You can't be the smartest person in the room. I just had a conversation with him about this. So many people we sit and we like, okay, I want to be the boss in the room. You cannot sit in those types of environments all of your life. You will never learn anything. You will never grow. You
Yeah.
have to sit in a room where maybe sometimes you feel like you don't know nothing. I've been there. And I'm heading to sit in another room like that just this
Yeah.
upcoming week. I sit in rooms that I don't know anything so that I can learn and bring it back, study it, and then learn some more. And then I bring what I have to the table as well, because a lot of times they don't know what I know, right?
Right.
So it's all about, like I said, it's like a cookout. You bring some, you bring some, you bring some, you bring some. We all bring it together. We on the table. We got a spread. We all can eat, right?
Right.
It's not about, oh, so and so got so much of this and so got so much of that. I don't have enough. You have enough. Trust me.
Right.
You have enough.
Right.
So, you know,
But it's okay to bring something.
you
You
have to
have
bring
to
something.
bring something. You don't want to just go to a cookout
Yeah,
and just leave with a bunch of to-go plates.
exactly.
You don't want to do that.
Bring
Right.
something.
Bring something like
Bring something.
let people know what you're worth. Right. People need to value you like you value yourself. All right. So, and a lot of times we go to these conferences and these businesses and stuff, and or we just go to these meetings and we just go and get information, but we don't leave nothing. Yes, we network or whatever, and when we network, we think about like, okay, well, I network this with this person, our pocket's gonna be big, but what did you leave on the table? Like,
Exactly.
what made you more valuable? So,
Right. And that's the thing, like, we give out a lot of information, but only a small percentage is going to pick that information up and actually do something with it. We have DIY programs, we have learning programs, we have groups that are free that we put information in, but only a certain amount of people are going to tap into that.
right,
And we know that and we're okay with that. And we hope that each one teach one. Maybe somebody that's already there teach somebody else. Even if they never come to us, maybe you can be that liaison that teach them what you learning from us. And that's how it should go. It's like a fire, and it continues to catch fire in other places, right? We can't be in we can't be everywhere at one
right,
time. Like it's just not gonna happen. But like I said, you got to make sure that you set in the fires and you start in those conversations, those necessary conversations with your family members, friends, with other people, colleagues around you, your community, your neighborhoods. All of that matters because that's what's going to help catapult you where you need to go. You can't stay in a room all day and expect to get the results that you're looking for. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be short lived, especially when all we do is sit in front of monitors all day,
right,
right? Like we have access to the world, but we don't access it like we should. Like Sean said, we sit up here, we look at these influencers, and we like, oh my goodness, I have to have this. I have to be like this person all day long, until the point that we have completely degraded ourselves,
yeah,
right? Mindset. You deserve it just like we do.
right,
Anybody does, right? And that's what we teach. I know, oh, everybody, yes, they do. Everybody deserves it.
yeah,
Everybody deserves the help. Everybody deserves to have a mentor that pours into them. Everybody deserves to be able to live in abundance. Like, that's what it's for. It's
yeah,
for that. So you have to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to get there. And the only way to do that is to tap into yourself, see where you are currently, and judge only you. Don't worry about what
right.
everybody else doing. You got to get your stuff done and your stuff together.
Like the terminology that these kids saying, them folks capping,
Right.
which mean they telling the tale. That what the old folks say.
Right.
My generation, no, you lying.
You done tapped into about 3, 4 generations at one time, but you are correct, sir. That is exactly
Right.
what they say. Yeah. And so that's so true. And so we want to hop on, and talk to you guys briefly, about this, especially with the refund situation, because it's really hurting a lot of families and they don't know where to turn and what to do. the best thing you can do is take what you have and use what you got. That was actually my sermon.
Right.
But take what you have and use what you got for what it needs to be used for. If you have to get a vehicle because you don't have one, by all means do so. Make sure you do so
The
smart,
smart way.
not
Right.
the hard way. If you
Right.
know that you cannot afford to go to a regular car lot, it makes sense to take someone that's skilled in professional mechanics to look at the
There
vehicle
you
for
go.
you. Because
Right.
why would you want to just buy a vehicle and you down on Watson Boulevard and we see smoke? We see the smoke from your car
Right.
before we see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And even with the tax season, now I'm not telling you don't spend your money.
Yeah.
If you do, spend it wisely.
Yeah.
Now you deserve to, have fun with your money. You do. But remember, a lot of us we all just came out of recession or a pandemic. Well, we in a recession. We just came out of a pandemic.
Yeah.
But you gotta be responsible. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can invest or you can just save up your money, but like I know a lot of people that do other stuff with it I don't agree with. But like I said, I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, what to do, what not to do with it. I just want you to be smart with it. Because like I said, a lot of people getting their refunds and they just gonna blowing it up on hell. No disrespect, and they're just doing silly stuff, and maybe because they never had that type of money before or not, but just make sure that you can put some back, for a rainy day. Because you just never know.
Right, exactly. And and like Sean said, that's the basis of having money is making sure that you know what you're doing with it, right? Because again, like I said, money is a vehicle, right? You buy a car, you have no direction, nowhere to go.
Right.
What that car gonna do? Sit in the garage. And guess what? After it sits so long, it's gonna start to rot. Battery gonna go bad, parts gonna go bad. It's gonna be the value gonna go down, and then boom.
Right.
Next thing you know, you have a car that's worthless, right?
Right.
We do that with information, and we do that with money, right? Like we don't have a plan, so we blow it.
Right.
We don't use it to its full potential at all. We
Right.
just let it either just sit there and the banks take it away, or we lose it to the banks with interest rates and things like that. 401k, we lose that to different things. You know what I mean? Like we don't invest it in something that we know will bring us
Right.
guaranteed growth. Even with the refunds, like Trump said, yeah, get your hair done, girl. By all means,
Right.
do your hair, girl. I'm thinking my hair done
Yeah,
too.
no
But
wrong
at
with
the
that.
same time, I'm also gonna put something
Right.
up, right? Because guess what? That's one check,
There you
right?
go.
That's one check. It ain't like you finna go and then next month you finna get another check the same way. No, baby, that's over.
Right.
Once you spend that check, that tax refund, that's it. There
Right.
is no, hey, trying to kiss you. You think you can get me another refund? Nah, we
Right.
can't do that.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in
That's it. A
yourself.
lot of times we don't invest in ourselves, but we value others. We spend money on Jordans or other shoes and expensive clothing. Not, like I say, treat yourself. That's fine, but you want to. The key to it is that you want to create residual. I
Yeah.
know a lot of you guys got a 9 to 5, which is fine,
Yes.
right? But ask yourself this: if your job was closed down today, what you gonna do tomorrow? The way that this economy going.
Ooh, the amount of crickets I felt through this.
Right. So I mean, what you gonna do? So always invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Now you can have small businesses, but now I'm gonna tell you this: entrepreneurship not for everybody.
It's not.
It ain't. I'm not
not.
finna sit here and say, well, I think you should get a business and he should get a business. No, your mentality. If your mentality ain't right, entrepreneurship ain't for you.
Right.
If you type of person that want results to happen overnight, it ain't for you because sometimes entrepreneurship, you might make some money in 1 month. Next month, you might not make nothing.
Right.
It's not consistent, right?
Right.
But I will tell you, yeah, invest in yourself. Nothing wrong with investing in yourself, no matter what you do.
Right.
Get your credit fees or taxes or investment. Invest in yourself. You
Right.
can't go wrong investing in yourself. If something happened while you're investing in yourself, guess what? At least you can say, well, I tried.
Exactly.
Right? But you can't say it don't work out for you if you don't try.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because and that's true. You can't say it don't work out if you never tried it.
Right.
You don't know because you never tried it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Sean said, investing in yourself, whatever that looks like. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. I will tell you that. It's not for everybody. Everything you do doesn't have to be turned into a business. It doesn't have to be that way. Now, I will say this. I do advise that you find some other ways to make passive income. You can do that while having a 9 to 5. And matter of fact, there's a freebie on my page that I'm giving out right now that if you sign up for it, you'll learn more information on how to effectively start a business while you working a 9 to 5. Because it's secure to do it that way, right? Like you still need some type of side hustle, some type of way to make passive income streams. And we talk about that too. Because at the end of the day, like Sean said, what happens if you get sick and you can't work anymore? What happens if you get laid off? Because major corporations like Microsoft and all of them are laying off now.
Yeah.
That's a real situation, right? That's the real deal. And that's what we're facing now. Yes, the job market, people are hiring, but at the same time, a lot of people are laying off too. Workforce reduction. A lot of jobs are being replaced by technology. We've talked about this for
Listen.
years, and it's happening now. So, you just got to get to the point where you're making some form of passive income so that if you're off for like 2 months, if you're laid off, what can you have or what can you do to make money? Whether it's doing somebody help for 2 months or cooking on the grill for 2 months and selling plates, whatever it may be, just make sure you have that and then structure it properly. And next thing you know, you're able to get even more capital to help you grow. And then you can make the decision, all right, I'm going to stay at my 9 to 5 and keep my business and put somebody else over. Or I'm going to stay at my 9 to 5 and I'm gonna just keep the business at the level it's at now. Or, hey, you know what? Done with my job. I'm ready to move on. And you've already made a plan, you've already built a foundation, and you have your stuff together. That's what you need to do. I'm telling you. Because regardless of the fact, the world is going the way that it's going. Like it's gonna be like this for a while.
Listen, and I'm picking back. She said something that really got me, and she said something about technology.
Yeah.
Now I know you guys been hearing about the AI technology. Well, guess what? It's here.
It is.
It's here.
I use
Right?
it every day.
All these robots and stuff. That's like a lot of times when it's like this. You can call. You can call Verizon. Think you talking to a human. You talking to a robot.
Yeah,
That's the new AI technology.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. Like a lot of the people talking about they don't want to work and they don't want to produce. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put a robot in place. A lot of people didn't believe that. It's here.
It's here.
So
Yep, it's here. And that's so true. Like, and like Sean said, first of all, if you want a tax refund, the first thing you got to do is make sure you go to work.
You're right.
Period.
There you go.
Or generate income somehow with a business that's actually formed.
Don't get your tax money and just say, I ain't going to go to work. Or you want to go to work and talk to your boss in the kind of way like you the boss.
Not the way.
No. Remember, that's how you got that tax refund, because you put in long hours, right? And then you pay some taxes. And then you might have some dependents or 2 or 3 or 4, and then you got a refund, right? Go to work.
Go to work.
Go to work.
Go to work. And like I said, if you get to a point where you see your job is not producing what it needs to produce for you to continue to grow, it's okay to leave.
Right.
But leave with a plan, right? Go ahead and look at where you are now. Look at your 401k, see how much you got in there. Look at your savings, look at your assets, and see how you can move those around to be able to sustain for 6 months to a year while you build up what you need to build up. Because again, it's going to take years to get to a certain point, right? But at least to build a foundation, you got to make sure that you're covered and start generating income. So you want to make sure you know what you got to work with. If you don't know what you got to work with, some people I talk to them and like, hey, okay, so how much do you have in savings? Oh, I don't know. What's your 401k looking like? When's the last time you looked at it? Oh, I ain't looked at that in about 3 years. Right. And you might not have a 401k. Let me say that. You might not even have one. So that's why I'm saying, you need to make sure you know where your money is. I don't care who you are, married or not married, individual, whatever, older, seniors, whatever. You need to know where your benefits at and where your stuff coming from that's produced by these jobs, and also know how much of your insurance that your job is paying too, because that's something else that I'm seeing. A lot of people don't have medical insurance right now because they cannot afford it or they did not look into it. And like I said, if you leave your job, some people will be without medical insurance. Well, if you plan before you leave, then you'll be able to still continue that insurance or see if you need to change before you leave the job. So it's always proper to plan. That's the key thing to remember here. It's always proper to plan, whether it's dealing with taxes or whatnot. Like, it's always proper to plan because you get the best results if you plan.
And listen, we got to stop walking around here thinking cash is king. That ain't it. Your credit is king, right? With good credit, you can gain access to more capital. All right. Now, if you got nothing but cash, and that eventually gonna run out. If especially in this economy. But if you have credit, you can go out there. Listen, a lot of millionaires they're not millionaires because they got $1 million in the bank.
That part, say it again. I ain't understand it.
A lot of millionaires, they're not a millionaire because they got millions of dollars in the bank. No, most of them don't. They just got assets. So when things happen, they just sell some assets, and go from there.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna, I don't even want to call no name, but Anyway, one of the multi-billion dollar realtor, y'all probably know who he is, but his money not in banks, it's in investment properties.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's all bring him assets. The assets they bring him capital.
Right.
Right? So hey, I mean, but without with bad credit, he wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
So we got to. That's what we have to think. Like we have to think for the future.
Yeah, it's a balance. Like, and that's so true. Like, you know, like you said, cash is not necessarily king because, like you said, it runs out. It's
Yeah.
a vehicle, but it runs out, right? Because once you it's just like a vehicle. Once you run out
Right.
of gas, it's over with,
That's
right?
it.
But what are you doing that's gonna make that vehicle grow? Like, so you can get something else. It's kind of like me, I love Hondas. I'm going to say it. So every so many years, I take the Honda I have that I built up, some equity into, had it for a little bit. I take it and I trade up for the next Honda, right? And the reason I do that is because one, it gives me a new car, right? And I don't have to pay anything down for it. And it helps me to be able to continue driving what I already like, which is a Honda. Well, with money, when you invest in that into a vehicle that's going to continue to grow, you can take a portion of that out, put it in something else that's going to help it grow, like an investment property or something like that. And it just continues to grow. And you just continue to do that and it continues to grow. And now your money's spread out into places and it's growing. It's like planting seeds. You don't put all your seeds in one hole and be like, okay, everything grow. It's going to suffocate. It's going to suffocate, right? And you potentially will lose it all because if something come blow that one thing over, that's it. But if you plant seeds where they need to be planted, I promise you it will grow, guys. I promise you that. So I guess we ain't gonna hold y'all.
We ain't gonna hold
too
y'all
much longer.
I know a lot of y'all waiting to eat that good old Sunday dinner.
Yeah,
y'all could have invited us though, but it's all good.
They don't need to invite me. I got you.
Oh, okay, good,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
But listen, we appreciate you guys. But listen, man, mindset. Change your mindset. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do different this year what we did last year. Right. Whatever you did last year, if it didn't work, okay, it's okay to try something new.
Exactly.
All right. So we got to get it together, right? We got to do it as a unit,
right?
As a culture. So
right, and we're here to help you do that. And like I said, if you haven't already, and just because I know a lot of people do need this, I'm going to extend it. Go ahead and hop in my Wealth Builders Toolkit. It's free, and I'm just giving you free tips, and I'm keeping on top of y'all the whole time. Giving y'all tips to be able to not only build a business or a brand, but to build your mindset. Because I don't want you building anything else until you get this right.
Right.
Because it's not going to be right. It's just like cooking a meal. You sit up here and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the piece of meat and I'm going to give you the size, but I ain't going to tell you what seasoning. Your mind says the seasoning, right? If I give you all of that and you got no seasoning, it's going to taste like trash, right? And that's exactly how it is. If you're building a business, if you're building a brand, but your mindset ain't right, it's going to turn to garbage. I'm telling you. Right. So go ahead and tap into that. It's on my page. I'm going to reshare it again, I'm sure, before the night's out. But it's my Wealth Builders Toolkit. It's a freebie. Just click the link, sign up, and you'll get free tips and then more things to come with that. So if you go ahead and hop in now, it would, I promise you, to do you more good than anything else. And the reason is because we want to help you guys. There's no point in continuing to charge y'all for a whole bunch of stuff, and y'all already been buying from everybody else. We see it. Right. Y'all buying from everybody else. And you still not doing anything but taking information. Okay, that was great info. Let me put it on the shelf.
Right.
Let me put it on the shelf. No, we're not putting anything on the shelf.
We're not implementing it.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, come to find out we waste the money.
Right.
So we got to be smart. And I get it. I like that too. Got caught up in the hype. Like I got to buy this, got to buy that, but wasn't really. I was going over the information, but wasn't really doing nothing with it.
Yeah.
And so. I figured, I said, the next time I purchase something from somebody, I'm going to make sure I implement it, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's something I already know or not. And sometimes I was just doing just to support people, I don't mind supporting people.
Yeah.
That was all about just to support and have fun and networking.
Right.
So it's not always about how much you did this, that, it costs or the other. It's, not about the money, but it's all about just supporting one another.
Right, exactly. But like I said, first of all, before you go supporting everybody else, make sure you're supporting yourself. Right. So get the information that you need, that you can use to be able to grow your mindset and be able to grow the things that you need to grow.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you can also go to diy.mbscsolution.com. Support yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and start to get your finances in order.
I got to do it slow.
Oh, I can't even type it up.
DIY. www.nbscsolutions.com. All
Let me see if
right.
I can get it up here for you.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in the chat box.
I see somebody say they cook. What you cook? Let me know in the chat what you cook.
www.nbscsolutions.com.
Okay.
Yep.
There
Yep.
y'all go.
Yep. Click on that. Help yourself.
Yep, exactly. And like he said, that'll help you to be able to get your finances in order, and you doing it all on your
Oh
own.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, and
That
like
can
I
that
said,
can be the start to your legacy.
exactly, and we're right here behind you. And like I said, if you want to grab the Wealth Builders Toolkit, I put my name, my actual name, because I see that my actual name, of course, is not up here. There's somebody let to play games, so come pick this up because they don't know who I am. I'm Lakeisha Hammond. For those who don't know,
Yeah.
I like to have fun, but I'm real serious when it comes to wealth building because a lot of us do not know the steps to get there. We look at all the stuff we see on social media, we get depressed, and we don't do it. We kill that where I'm at. So join Generation Nation if you haven't already, and then this is my name on social media, and you can grab the Wealth Builders Toolkit. Um, the actual link is on my page, so you can grab it. But here you go, right here. Like I said, get the Wealth Builders Toolkit. It's free, completely free. I just want you to tap in, get these tools and these things that I'm putting together for you guys. It takes time to put this stuff together.
Yeah.
It ain't no overnight fix. You know, it takes a couple days to put this stuff together. But like I said, I want to make sure that I'm helping you guys the best way that I can. So, again, grab the Wealth Builders Toolkit if you're ready to start your financial freedom journey. Then go ahead and click diy.nbscsolutions.com and sign up. You'll see the different things that you can do on there to be able to help yourself get your finances
Right.
back in order and become financially free.
That's it.
Because that is one form of freedom. It's financially, so go ahead and get that started. And let's see, what's that? Okay, spaghetti and garlic bread. We see y'all. Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right, all right. Hey, might stop by for a plate.
Yeah. Yeah, just inbox the address. Don't put it in the chat because
Right.
I don't want
Hey,
everybody going
everybody
there.
over there.
You're trying to eat. No.
Exactly.
We need enough for us.
Yeah, jot the addy. But all right, y'all, we're gonna hop up over here, go ahead and finish out
Yeah.
our day as well. But we hope that you got some gems from this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for letting us know that the audio wasn't working for the third time. And we appreciate you guys for tapping in and taking up some time with us. So we hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Be on the lookout for
Oh
more
yeah.
things to come from us. If you're not already following us, please make sure you do so. Again, my name is Lakeisha Hammond. This is Detron Hammond. Not forget to ring Hammond because you're not gonna find me. All right, my name is Lakeisha Hammond. Make sure you find us on social
Yeah,
media.
but
Give us a follow, like and share our content. We love to help you guys, and we have a lot of things coming up, and we're excited about it. So make sure you tap into our pages because you don't want to miss out.
right. If y'all have any questions, y'all can feel free to hit us up in our inbox.
Yeah, I'm approachable too.
Right. So yeah, we not the type of people where that you can't get to us and stuff like that.
Nah, we don't play that.
Even though we are both CEOs, I mean we
Still
try our
talk to
best to
us.
respond back to everybody because
Yeah.
we are humble.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we had to learn, when we got in these positions, to remain humble.
Yeah.
And I know people get carried away with that, but just be humble. And and like I said, it's all about you guys. We like serving the people and stuff like that because we once in your shoes.
Exactly.
And so anything that we can help you, get to the top, hey, we here for you. Like
Exactly.
we just an inbox away or a phone call away if you got our business number. But
Yep.
so,
Exactly.
all right.
All right, guys. So again, we hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for tuning in. This is not our last. This is the beginning of many because we missed you guys.
Right.
It's fun to hear from
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, we just getting back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
So, we got to flood y'all timelines more with videos and stuff like that.
That's right.
So
we're gonna shift that mindset.
And listen, like we got to work on being consistent too.
Yep.
So we get to that. Like we got to be consistent as doing lives for you guys. Pouring into you guys. So we working on that. All right.
We got y'all.
We got you.
All right, guys. So we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.